So that first drive we had Giant. It's like becoming a staple of this Giants defense. That first drive, they just cannot get off the fucking field. And it happened this time with Adrian Colbert. Colbert had a couple unnecessary roughness penalties that really just backbreakers. Darnay Holmes played a better game. He had the big pass breakup in the end zone, although you could have argued that might have been DPI or face guarding or something. Better play than we've seen out of him recently. Of course, Lorenzo Carter went down with an Achilles, which sucks. He's out for the season. O'Shane Ximines didn't play because of a shoulder, and I guess he was put on injured reserve, but that's like one of those short-term IRs where it's like 3 or 4 weeks and not the whole season, so we might see him again. Carter definitely, for sure, not. But, the opening drive, at least we hold Dallas to the field goal. Giants have allowed an opening drive score in each of the last 4 games. 2 touchdowns, 2 field goals. It would be nice to come out this week and just 3 and out. Let's just get the fuck off the field. Let's not continue to give opposing offenses repeated chances. And there was some graphic that they put up. I think they're in the Tuesday night game. Bills-Titans, because I think the Titans are the Bills or the Titans. One of those two is not great on third downs defensively. And the Giants are the least efficient on third down. I think opposing offenses are converting something like 56% of third downs, which is just really just debilitating. But we have a beautiful first drive in response. We get our first touchdown in 144 goddamn plays. The drought is finally over. Ding dong, the witch is dead. I tweeted this. I think Jason Garrett took a page from Sean McVay's playbook because we got a touchdown on an Evan Engram handoff, tight end around. Evan Engram joined Bob Tucker and Aaron Pierce as the only Giants tight ends in franchise history to score a rushing touchdown, which I do not remember that Aaron Pierce touchdown. I mean, not to say I remember Bob Tucker was before my time, but Aaron Pierce was my time, my heyday, and I don't remember that shit at all. Engram's 3-yard score in the first quarter was the first touchdown scored by the Giants in the last 22 offensive possessions. Ooh, brother. And, Art Stapleton mentioned this. It's Daniel Jones misses Saquon Barkley, obviously. But does he miss Sterling Shepard more? Probably. Because who you're rolling out there? I mean, a lot of it falls on Jason Garrett and his horrific play calling. The plays that he's dialing up are just so vanilla and basic. It's like anyone could cover them. The Fackrell pick 6, which is great. We go up 14-3. We end up going up 17-3 with a field goal after a 3-and-out from Dallas. The 11-point lead after the first quarter was the second time the Giants had a 10-point lead, 10 points or more lead in any quarter in the last 4 seasons, and we lost both times. So if you're wondering why most Giants fans weren't a little more excited and amped, even though we definitely were, and you probably didn't have a lot of Giants fans being like championship or win or victory or rubbing it in Cowboys fans' faces, it's because that's of that stat right there. Anytime we've had a big lead, it's just like, nope. L's. Cowboys respond with a 14-play drive for a touchdown. And then you have the Daniel Jones fumble for a touchdown. Andrew Thomas gets beat. Jones gets clocked from behind. And then Anthony Brown from the Cowboys picks it up and scores. So it's then 17-14. 14-3. And it's 17-14. 17-17? I don't know. Who gives a shit? 2nd and 5, 3rd and 4, we can't convert. And that happened a lot in this game where we have really manageable second downs and really manageable third downs when we can't convert, which is saying something because I think we still converted more than 50% of our third downs. There's the fake field goal for the touchdown that was called back. And then yet again, I don't know what it is about the final minutes of the first half, but our defense just is already mentally checked out. They just fucking mail it in every goddamn time. They are in mentally. They are not here. Mentally, they're in the locker room getting all pampered by the training staff because they just continue to give points on the board. Dallas got the ball with less than a minute left in the half, I think, and they score a touchdown. What? Giants are 4-33 when trailing at halftime since 2017. The most such losses in that span. So if we're losing at halftime, probably going to lose. You can just save yourself a lot of time and pain, blood, sweat, and tears, and just check out the Umbrella Academy, the boys. In the second half, Darius Slayton has the long touchdown nullified by the Ratley OPI, and we ended up with a field goal. That sucks. You had the Prescott injury. Elliott scores a touchdown, 3 and out with a bullshit holding on Nick Gates. I mean, they showed it, and it's like this year we've seen much less flags in general. The refs are letting them play, which I like because you see what happens when they don't let them play, and it's just flags extravaganza, yellow all over the place, and it's all yellow. It sucks. It's like unwatchable. So it's. I'm glad they're letting them play, but it's just like, let's just call it both ways here, folks, because like the Nick Gates hold, you're gonna call that, but then you're not gonna call the hold against BJ Hill that led to the Cowboys in the game-winning drive. Okay, Giants come back and they kick another field goal. We get the fumbled snap at the Dallas 17, and we actually score a touchdown. Holy shit! We got a turnover and we turned it into 6. Fantastic. And then a really brilliant play call that could have really blown up in our faces with play action half roll right. Devontae Freeman does and Joe Judge broke this down, the Joe Judge report. But a little play action to Freeman, half roll right for Jones. Freeman just gets enough of Jalen Smith to keep him off balance. And then Jones looks back left and hits wide open Andrew Thomas, who almost drops the ball. And it's like, I tweeted, like, if he drops that, just have fun. Enjoy Dallas-Fort Worth area. Because I was almost going to say, like, why didn't Jones hit Caden Smith? Because it appeared like Caden Smith was wide open on the right, but that's not where the play was designed. And I think you could make an argument that, like, the Cowboy defender, I don't know who it was, but was, like, quickly covering ground to make up for it and might have broken it up. So ultimately the better read, it's just like, whew. So we're up 34-31, 34-31, right? Maybe 34-27, 34-31. And then Marcus Golden has the face mask. The Cowboys tied up 34-34. Less than 2 minutes left. So this is the drive that everyone's been hounding, been really just like up in arms about. Everyone was like, if Daniel Jones is the guy, this is the drive that he needs to prove himself and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right. It's not all him though, folks. Like, it's Jason Garrett's play calling. And you have to be cognizant of that. It's not all Daniel Jones. 3 straight passes to Dion Lewis. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? Where's Golden Tate? Where's Evan Engram? Where's Darius Slayton? And you're like, and I mean, Jones was running for his life most of the afternoon. So I understand those passes probably are not designed to go to Lewis, and Lewis was basically the only option as like Jones is running for his life. So, but yeah, that's not what we're looking for. And I thought we were heading to overtime. And of course, the Cowboys get their ball at their own fucking 12. Riley Dixon with a great punts, gets them inside the 20. 52 seconds left on their own 12. You got to think, come on, defense. Just make a stand. And then we have a deep pass to Gallup, and then a deep pass to Gallup, and then it's game over. But you have that hold on BJ Hill, which I guess a former referee or I don't know who it was, Terry McCauley maybe is his name, something like that, piped in, chimed in, and was like, this is an obvious hold. And you watched it live, and I screamed, that's holding. I think my daughter was trying to sleep, but I was like, hey, some things are bigger than toddlers trying to sleep. But to call that nonsense on Nick Gates and then to not call it against on BJ Hill, I mean, what are we doing? So yeah, the Cowboys get a win.